Have you ever seen someone walk into enemy territory and know the whole game's about to flip? Eala landing in Osaka isn't just another athlete showing up. This could flip the whole game. If you ask locals who's favored, they'll probably laugh and say, Naomi Osaka owns these courts. But here's the twist. That confidence, it hides a question nobody wants to say out loud. What if Eala is the surprise everyone missed? What if the future is already here and nobody's ready for it? You can almost feel the old guard gripping tighter. Osaka is home for stars, for legends. Think Naomi Osaka, think crowd roars for hard serves and fast footwork. But today, that script might get shredded by a 19-year-old with a stubborn left hand. Alex didn't travel across an ocean just to be a placeholder. She's got a point to prove and a shot at breaking open the draw in style. When athletes first walk into a new place, there's always this pause, the one where you measure up the walls, the lights, and wonder how it'll play out. But Alex isn't pausing. She's looking straight at her potential rivals, the home heroes, everyone who thinks they've got her figured out. You can see it in her practice. Tight, focused strokes, zero wasted movement. The crowd might come to watch Osaka, Noskova, Fernandez, but by the end, they'll remember Eala. Let's break down what's actually happening. Osaka is one of the world's tennis centers, a place where skills are tested, nerves are wrung out, and reputations are made. It's not a friendly place for outsiders. Most come, lose early, leave as footnotes. The local press is already wondering, can Eala outlast veterans and the new talent stacked across the bracket? Here's how fierce the competition is. You've got Naomi Osaka, Japan's pride. She's ranked 16th, has won Grand Slams, and can blast aces like most people send texts. Linda Noskova, tough, aggressive, only 20 but already packed with top 10 wins. Leylah Fernandez, quick, stylish, and both friends and rivals with Eala from their junior circuit battles. Kristina Butsa, the player who gave Alex her most recent heartbreak, sending her home from the US Open in 3 brutal sets. This is not a welcoming draw. If you're new, you fight for every point, every ounce of respect. Alex hasn't faced Osaka on the senior tour yet, but already people are asking how she'll handle the pressure if it's Naomi on the other side of the net. The records show a blank for that matchup. Unwritten history just begging to be made. Against Noskova? 0 matches yet. Fernandez? They nearly met at the US Open, but slipped past each other. Butsa? That one stings. Alex came close, pushed every rally, but left with a loss she's replayed 100 times. So, why do people care about Eala right now? Her rise is fast enough that it's got seasoned coaches saying, hey, double-check that bracket. Her game's not just versatile, it's built for big moments. Eala's lefty forehand is already bending rallies out of shape. Her high-percentage serve and willingness to attack second balls have earned her wildcards and a fan base who expect more than just a decent showing. And her stats? She's carrying a win rate north of 59% since breaking onto the big stage, higher than most first-year pros. That confidence? It's real, but she's not cocky. Friends say she obsesses over improvement, studies match footage for hours, and talks through strategy with her team, no matter how late. If she meets Naomi Osaka, here's the reality. Osaka plays at home, with a crowd that's practically programmed to cheer her every move. Alex stands there, outsider status, all eyes on her reactions. To beat Osaka, she'll need to stay ice cold, planting returns deep and forcing rallies, not just surviving them. Osaka's known for flipping momentum with one swing, so Alex's best chance is to play unpredictably. Mix in some slices, throw off rhythm, and give Osaka 0 easy points. Against Noskova, she'll meet someone who plays quick, aggressive balls, tries to dominate from the first game. Alex tends to play long points, waiting for weakness. Noskova wins when she gets dictation. But if Alex can keep her off balance, it shifts everything. A matchup with Leylah Fernandez could become an instant classic. Leylah uses tempo, angles, and speed, almost ballet with a racket. Eala needs to turn the match ugly, make it a grind, refuse to let points finish quick. Head-to-head, both players have avoided each other so far, but watching their careers, the story is waiting for a first page. Butsa? That's a rematch everyone wants. Last time, Butsa edged out Eala with tie breaks in late rallies, leaving Alex just short. Would it go differently after all Eala's new experience this season? That's the millions-dollar question. How is this possible? It comes down to how Eala trains, how she thinks, and how she flips setbacks into fuel. She lost early in tournaments, still does sometimes, but you never get the sense she's beaten. She takes a bad loss, turns it into hours on the court, quietly fixing weakness after weakness. Eala isn't famous for huge celebrations. She's the kind who quietly clenches her fist and walks back to the baseline, focused, unshaken. In training, she'll repeat funky footwork drills, blast forehands down the line 100 times, then tell her coach what went wrong. She takes her game personal, not just professional. When Osaka goes to play, you see the difference. Naomi brings the crowd noise, energy that can intimidate anyone. Eala walks in and shrugs it off. It's just a tennis ball, just a court. She's not messing with expectations, she's busy writing her own. What's cool is how the crowd shifts. If Eala grabs an early break, suddenly people are watching for every point. The crowd's loyalty is real, but sports fans love new drama. Alex has a shot. If she takes down a top 20 player, she moves straight into the limelight and everybody starts looking up her stats. Let's get deeper. The mentality matters more than the swing here. Alex is young, which means there are nerves, but also a stubbornness she picked up from years of junior tennis. Picture her alone, late at night, going over her old matches, jotting goals in her journal, texting her coach with 100 ideas. It's not Hollywood. It's grind. Pure, relentless, hard days and tougher nights. The real challenge starts after the first service game. If Alex gets a lead, she feels the crowd's energy shift. If Osaka blasts aces and takes the first set, Eala has to close her mind to the scoreboard, forcing herself to play point by point. There's tension, the kind that's built when people say, "You're too new. You don't know these courts." That's exactly what makes an upset possible. No tennis match is predictable, especially with talent stacked everywhere. Noskova, Fernandez, Butsa, they all have holes in their games, but so does Alex. If she loses serve early, can she recover? If she goes down a set, can she reset and play like it's 0-0? That's what separates winners from stars. People say Osaka's unbeatable here, but that's just the hype. Every legend lost their first big match somewhere. If Eala's going to do it, that moment starts now. Let's imagine the big scene. Alex stands behind the baseline, stadium pulsing, cameras everywhere. Match point, she's down, but fighting. Osaka steps in, crowd chanting her name, goes for a winner. Alex stretches, backhands it deep, rallies force back and forth, 10-15 shots. Tension builds. Alex sees an opening, fires a forehand cross court. The crowd goes silent. Ball lands, just inside the line. The umpire checks the mark. In. Alex clenches, smiles for a split second, not giving anything away. This isn't just a point, it's the start of something real. After the match, players talk quietly in tunnels. Fans swarm social media. Everybody wants to know, who is this kid? Alex Eala's arrival in Osaka is more than an upset. It's a wake-up call. Some came for a tournament. They got a future instead. People forget how brutal sports are to newcomers. They love a story, but they're quick to put you back on the shelf if you lose. Alex isn't here for participation trophies. If she grabs this win, she's breaking through walls, turning skeptics into believers, and showing kids back home that wild dreams can become news.